What's your opinion on 2-in-1 versus 3-in-1 FIFO swings? Let's get into this one. For any of you that don't know me, my name's Cal. Moved over from Ireland to Australia on a working holiday visa to get a job in the FIFO industry. My page is all about helping you get into the industry as well, answering everybody's questions and concerns, and telling you what the actual realities are like working in this industry. If that's something you're interested in, hit that follow button. So whenever you're working FIFO, you will work what's known as rosters, or they're also called swings. And that's time that you're working versus the time that you've got off. Me personally, at the minute, I'm working a 2-in-1. So I'm working for 2 weeks in a row, and then I have 1 week off. Someone that's working a 3-in-1 will be working for 3 weeks on, 1 week off. Other popular ones are 2-in-2, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. 8-in-6, 8 days on, 6 days off. So that will really be determined by the company that you're working for. Some people have asked me, can you decide which roster you get? To be honest, you can't really. Like, if you're working for that company and that company does 2-in-1s, you're doing 2-in-1s. If you work for that company and they do 8-in-6, you're doing 8-in-6. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so you don't really have much of a choice, and your most ideal swing will be determined on what you kind of want to get out of working FIFO. Do you want to earn the most maximum amount of money possible? Then you go for a 3-in-1. If you want to earn still good money, but then you also want to go travel, a 2-in-2 would be sweet, because then you have that 2 weeks off to go away and travel. You fly somewhere, you'd be off for 2 weeks, which would be sweet. But then again, a negative of that is you're not working for an extra week and you're spending money for an extra week. So at the end of the year, it'll all be less money than working a 3-in-1. Do you know what I mean? So my very first job was the 3-in-1, and I wanted to save up for my travel trip, so I wanted to work as many hours as possible. Yes, you didn't really have a life, but it was just work, because I wanted to maximize the amount of money I was able to have, so I could save up as much money as possible to go on that big, massive travel trip that I'd just got back from. So the pros of working a 3-in-1 is definitely the amount of money that you're able to maximize. The big negative of the 3-in-1 is how friggin' long it is. Like, it is long, and like 2 weeks is long enough, and then that last week is just dragging in. So yeah, like, you definitely feel like you're away for a long time. And then also, every week off that you have, that's pretty much like a month finished. So every time I was back in Perth, or like having my R&R, that's a whole month gone. So like, the time of the year just flew by, kind of thing. So since I've worked 3-in-1s for pretty much the full year, the first one I was doing, so now I'm on a 2-in-1, it feels like way shorter. And like, by the time you're sort of coming up and you're getting used to the food and the swing and getting up early and blah blah, it's fucking 4 or 5 days in. Then you got fish and chip Fridays. Then you get then you write your little pay slip on the Sunday. Then you get paid on the Monday and Tuesday. And before you know it, you're into your next week. And then it's like the countdown week. Whereas the 3-in-1 was hard to see light at the end of the tunnel, especially whenever you first got up there, because you knew you were going to be